Today we will be working on section 4.5, day 2. This lesson will teach me to write a linear function rule when given a story problem. Problem 6a. You can estimate the temperature by counting the number of chirps of the snowy tree cricket. The outdoor temperature is about 40 degrees more than 1/4 the number of chirps the cricket makes in 1 minute. Write a function rule. In order to write a function rule, we first need to start with the input and the output. This problem is asking you to estimate the temperature. That's what you want out of this situation. What's going in is the number of chirps that you count. I'm going to use C for chirps, and I'm going to use a capital T for temperature. When we write a function rule, we generally use f of x. Because of the capital T and C that I'm using, I'm going to replace those letters. C is my input, so it's going to be replaced where the x goes, and T is my output. Now to write the equation. It says that the temperature is about 40 degrees more than. More than is a plus, but because it's more than, it's going at the end, and 1/4 the number of chirps. Part B is asking you to find f of 100. I'm not using an f, I'm using a t. So t of 100. This is asking me to estimate the temperature when 100 chirps are counted. 1/4 the number of chirps plus 40. 1/4 of 100 is 25 plus 40 is 65. So this means that when 100 chirps are counted, the temperature is about 65 degrees. There's a problem just below entitled You Try. Although this is not on your note packet, I would like you to find some space at the bottom, which there is quite a bit, and I want you to try it. It says a bottle holds 48 teaspoons of vanilla. The amount V of vanilla remaining in the bottle decreases by 2 teaspoons with each batch B of cookies. I would like you to write a function rule and evaluate for f of 12. Please do so in the space at the bottom of your paper. When you've finished, please press play. So pause the recording, try it, press play again. Problem 7a. Madeline earns $8 an hour for babysitting after school. Write a function rule. Same as the previous problem, we need to determine on what's going in and what's going out. She's earning money, and what she's putting into the situation is the hours spent babysitting. So hours is what she's putting in. The dollars amount that she earns is what's coming out. So I'm going to use an H and an M. If we think about f of x, x is always what's going in, and what's going in this situation is my h. How much money is she earning? $8 for every hour. Letter B, if she works no more than 14 hours a week, find a reasonable domain and range for the situation. Domain is the set of input values. I identified in 7a that the input is the number of hours. How many hours can she work a week? It says no more than 14. If she's ill and can't work any hours, then she's worked 0, and she can work all the way to 14. When talking about domain and range, we need to determine which notation to use. We have interval notation, roster, and set builder. The difference between which to use depends on, can we have partial values? Can she work a partial hour? Sure. So I think interval is going to be the best answer. She could work 0 hours all the way up to exactly 14 hours. So that is the domain, 0 to 14. The range. The range is the set of output values. So when she puts money in, she puts hours in, she's getting money out. How much money specifically? Again, because we can earn a fraction of $1, we're going to use interval notation. If she works 0 hours, then she hasn't earned any money. If she works all 14 hours, M of 14 is really 8 times 14, and the answer ends up being 112. So if she works all 14 hours at $8 per hour, she's now earned $112. On your own, please complete 8A, dealing with the farmer and his green beans, and then writing its domain and range.